Hello from Forest Hills, Queens. We're going to do something different today, friends, because I'm going to a fan meetup for a beloved band, an Australian band, a Melbourne, Australia band that cut its teeth largely in Brooklyn, New York, and other urban centers of the United States in the mid-aughts. A blend of psych rock and krautrock and jazz and even some heavy metal. They've become embraced by the jam band community, but to my mind are still much more DIY and inclusive than even the heavy hitters, with concert tickets that are affordable, bootleg culture that thrives, and a vendor-friendly atmosphere that allows merch to flow like water. So we're going to a fan meetup for King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Then we're going to go inside the venue and see what official merch we can find. So come with us because you are watching Peak Merch. And yeah, they're not playing around here. Look at all these wares. Fans selling their shit. Somewhere in this mess is my homie from college, Steve. We're gonna find Steve and talk to him a bit, and we'll see what we can find. So Steve, before more people come, can you give me a quick once-over for the fans about the fan culture of Giz merch?
Yeah.
Its inclusivity. I'm curious how you would say it dovetails with other jam band cultures and how it's different.
Absolutely. So I mean, obviously, like the Dead kind of started the whole like shakedown scene, and we're certainly building on that tradition like a lot of other jam bands. But I think to your point, Giz community, the band themselves, are very, very vocal about standing up for things that are important to them, like environmental issues, trans rights, other just like generally good things that good people who have a certain leftist leaning like, and that's kind of, what the band espouses, and we're all here for that.
Yeah. I would say too, like, they came up, even though they're from Melbourne, in the U.S. and kind of the DIY community here. They cut their teeth, so there's like a crusty element to the fandom that doesn't exist with. It's a different kind of crust.
Yeah, and it's just so much more. Like, it's not just a jam band like a lot of those other bands. It's not just attracting the jam band crowd. There's so much variety over the course of their discography that like people who are interested in all sorts of music come together and find common ground with this band, and then introduce each other to new stuff. Like it's really a super welcoming and awesome community, like way more than other communities I've been a part of. People are willing to collaborate, promote each other, work together. We do so many giveaways. There's a giveaway going on over there that you can put in money for charity for, and someone wins some prizes. So like that's something that almost always happens at our meetups that I don't think is probably happening on like Fish Lot,
Yeah, totally. Also, like, to the different music point, I feel like it creates a space where people can disagree. Like, people have their favorite records and their tastes.
Yeah.
And it kind of teaches some folks how to have a communion. I don't know. We lived on the same floor in college and we reconnected over this. So there you go.
Awesome. Like, people, and you and I connected about music a long time ago too.
Yeah.
But like, just coming back together and bringing a lot of people from different areas, and like you said, there's 27 albums. You don't have to love every one. They're gonna come out with another one.
I don't.
And right? I mean, there's some I don't like as much as others, but like so many of them are just so good. Like, so it's and there's so many different things here. I hope it's great.
So Steve does these things. It's not just the tie-dye, right? It's a crystal wash.
This is a geode ice dye.
Geode ice dye.
Yeah, so I took the Gizzard Gator, I drew the text into it, had them screen printed with a 4-layer screen print, and then for the geode dye you have to tie really, really tight ties to get the white to stay, and then you dye in between the ties, and the goal is to get it these nice white stripes, and then the ice helps give this like kind of watercolor pattern of the color, so it's not just like single color, it's like these, interesting tones that you get here.
Hell yeah.
Very popular in this community for sure.
And these stickers are all great, or slaps again, as the kids call them. And this is a tribute to the late Doctor, right?
Absolutely, Hunter. Yeah, I was shocked no one had done this before, like replacing the peyote button with the nonagon, And you know, the freak fist, the freak power just feels like it goes so well with the weirdo swarm community. Like it kind of goes hand in hand. Like we're all freaks, we're all weirdos. We all come together and find each other and have a good time, you know?
Pardon me, sir. Are you from Colorado?
Yes, I am.
All right, Mystery Jack, who true to his name has not consented to be on camera, nonetheless has some really cool shit. So take a look at his slaps, at his 45s. I don't even know, we didn't even talk about what's on those. And this is what I'm after. I'm a pin collector, so here we are. Well, thanks for being here. And yeah, enjoy the show. And yeah, a lot of the screen printers and poster artists get in and make their own designs too. So Jason Galea is doing tonight's official poster, but these are Lefty Smudge's show exclusive prints of tonight's Queen's show. Pretty sick. And there's different variants, like this is called the Swirl-O-Rama. That's just the foil, and then that's the primitive one too, the basic one. So, all right, let's keep moving. Check out Grim Reaper's stuff. Pretty good, Grim Reaper goods. We got the Taylor Swift. We got Altered Future. I think that's from Murder of the Universe, right? A lot of references here. This is like He-Man characters with Taylor Swift mashup, but this is probably my favorite. And these are surfer hats made of recycled nylon. Pretty good shit.
Yeah, I got that figured out.
And we ran into Echo, an OG bootlegger. Look at all her cool shit. You can spin the wheel and win a prize.
Sticker of your choice.
Oh my god, your stuff is so awesome.
Thank you so much.
Take my freaking money.
Oh yeah, and these are so no glow effect with the black.
Thank you.
Okay, and then you get to spin the wheel. Is now a good time for me to bust out the umbrellas?
Maybe. Yeah, we're basically just doing like
Oh, I get out of here.
Southwestern Wisconsin.
Okay, so these are refracting glass.
Hannah and I have this game we play when we go places where we count the number of Sublime shirts that we see. Pretty good. Alright, Hannah, so here's what I picked up. I got these nice pins. This is from last year's album, B571. It's a bunch of pigs flying in an airplane. This is a bong. This dude just gave me this from his record label. And I'll show you the rest in a second. Go ahead and pick that up. Hold it. Pretty good, right? Alright, we're in. I feel like I'm at fucking Disneyland. You can faintly see the merch sign in the distance. And will we get a poster? Will we get a jersey? Time will tell. It's not looking good right now, but sometimes you don't know until you get up there. I was close to this far back last year and I got a foil, so we'll see. AC Newman from the New Pornographers teased this band makes like hundreds of thousands of dollars in merchandise for every show, so it's a thing. But this is part of being a fan and a collector, I guess, so we're just going with the flow at this point. Alright, wish me luck. Alright, update here. It's been about 45 to 50 minutes. We're almost up front. We're in the stanchions. And look, there's some light theming. On these hallowed grounds, Richie Tenenbaum played the worst tennis of his life. Long live the Baumer. Pretty good. Alright, wish me luck. That's the poster. But I'm after the jersey and the poster, so we'll see what happens. Well, biggest size they had the jersey in was large, so us fatzos are fucked. Thanks, inclusion. But I did get the poster from tonight, which I would call a win, and the tour shirt. So yeah, pretty good merch haul. This is also my friend Janine. What's up, man?
Howdy.
All right, y'all. On to the show. I think what I like about the jersey is this is a band from Melbourne, Australia. Soccer culture, or as they call it, football, is prevalent. And there's just something like, you know, football-y about the jersey, and I think that's cool. So anyway, if I can find one of these jerseys in my sides, you know I'm gonna get it. You know I'm gonna get it. But for now, I have some other options, and alas, parting is such sweet sorrow. But we'll always have the music. That's right. Leonard Cohen was right. Sunday now. That was Friday. I hope the live clips painted a picture. You know, the Giz are very receptive to bootleggers and to people being able to record their shows, so it's the rare instance where I should not get slapped with a copyright infringement for having music in a video on YouTube. But that show is amazing. I mean, it was interesting how the orchestra and the arrangements really kept the band tight. They had to be. I would say during the Phantom Island set, the first songs, the one that you saw during the day, there were not a ton of moments where the orchestra was blasting when the band was loud, but I feel like they got the mix better over the break. Still very cool. We landed on the goofiness of the Phantom Island songs when the strings aren't high in the mix is sort of like Frank Zappa meets Flight of the Conchords for babies, but in a fun way. So, I mean, I had a great time. FOMOing hard overnight, too. They got the synth table they call Nathan busted out for Sense from Paper Mache Dream Balloon and a lot of other deep cut long tracks. That was their rock set. So, you know, they're usually doing one or the other in most cities, but they did 2 in New York. Orchestral set Friday, rock set Saturday, and there's some rave sets coming up later that are all synth. This is all a warm-up for their inaugural festival, Field of Vision. I look forward to seeing the merch from that. Alas, we will not be there, but we did get this poster from night 1, so let's hang it up, and then we'll take it home. This is the frame that I got. It's a simple glass frame from a big box store in the suburbs. It was $65, so not as cheap, but it's a nicer construction than something plastic. I think when you get a nice poster, you at least want to put it in something that feels substantive. But I wonder, you know, if you made it this far, what your thoughts are on that. Do you invest for concert posters in a professional frame job? I mean, this is a storyboard. This is a historic piece of art in my wife's family. So, you know, she got it properly matted and framed, also an unusual size. But for a concert poster, I mean, are you taking it to a framer, or are you just getting a poster from IKEA or somewhere else? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, let's get this thing in here and see how it looks. Okay, and joining my Night 2 poster from the King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard marathon set at Forest Hills in 2024 is this beautiful Jason Galea print. First of 2. So you'll see this one looks to the right from the left. The other one looks to the left from the right. And yeah, we got a ton of little piggies and lizard folks flying into the forest. If you Google it, it's a stylistic homage to the first edition art of Tolkien's The Hobbit. But also begs the question, was there one lizard wizard, or are there a ton of them? Because I see one here playing a fiddle, and then the rest appear to be pigs. But on the other poster, there's another lizard wizard playing a guitar. So is there the lizard wizard, or is there a lizard wizard in all of us? I don't know the answer. But in any case, I think these both look really beautiful together. And it's really nice, again, how these are both by the same artist, by Jason Galea, how different they are and how much they've made a space for collectors to appreciate things that are nice and art and all that good stuff. So yeah, great weekend all around. We stuck a pool party with some good friends in Connecticut into this. I was not total lot lizard Gizhead, but after Friday night's show and the FOMO that I have from missing Saturday, I will definitely be back. I love my hat. I've worn this out in the hot sun all weekend, and it has yet to sweat through. So another great get. But yeah, we've got more adventures this summer. I'm going to try to do more music if you guys like this. I've got some big shows coming up in September as well, so we'll see what happens. But for now, I really appreciate you tuning in, and as always, I've been Just. You've been patient, and you have just watched Peak Merch. Bye now.